Hi, hi everybody. I hope that you are okay and have a wonderful day. Today I'm going to start with a verse from Hafiz. از صدای سخن عشق نشنیدم پشتر، یادگاری که در این گنبد دوار بمان. Which means I didn't hear something more beautiful than the story of love which remains under this whirling sky. Okay, today I'm going to speak and explain three important words in the terminology of the Arabs or Sufis. One of them is istighna, which means I am okay, I don't need anybody. And the other one is mag, which means death. And the other one is qanaat, which means contentment. Before going to that, I need to explain that what is the meaning of Sufi. Sufi is as same as Arab. Both of these people are the same people. I think so. I have seen that some people they try to say no, they are different, but I think they are the same. They are the same, no difference. And Sufi, for the word Sufi, there are many stories. What is the origin of the word of Sufi? But I think one of them is much better, which comes from the word Suf. Suf means wool, W-O-O-L. Yes, wool, like woolen carpet, something like that. And Suf, I think, is the harsh harsh wool. And these people, because they didn't want to have luxury, they don't want to feel comfortable and nice, they didn't want to go after the dunya, they wanted to make everything not so funny and soft for themselves. They were wearing this kind of suf, which was a little bit harsh to their body. So they were calling them Sufi. I think it is just one of the explanation, and I think it's very good. It's a very appropriate uh, explanation for the people Sufi and Arab. Okay. And something else that I should add, some people, they make money with Arif and speaking about Rumi, speaking about Hafiz, speaking about Sadi. It is not bad if they make money, but then they try to say, these things are so sophisticated, so complicated, ordinary people they could not understand, and there are leaders that they show to them what to do and what not to do. I mean, they want to make it something that ordinary people, they try to say that ordinary people couldn't understand these things and they need somebody to help them. Maybe about terminology and explaining is something, but I mean, altogether, if you read these books and you are in low, I mean medium level, I mean, you don't need, they are not sophisticated, you don't need leader, you don't need something like that. It's easy to understand, it's not difficult, though there are many things in the books that I think they are not necessary, but the main body, I think, is not difficult, it is simple, though it is so difficult to do that, but it is simple, it is not something that an ordinary people could not uh, understand what is happening. So they are simple. So they are very difficult to do that. Though very difficult to do that, but altogether they are very simple. The story is very simple, and I think it's a very nice way for living as a human being. If somebody could do that, it's difficult. It's not easy. So we start from esterna. What is the meaning of esterna? Means I don't need or no need. B means no or without, and niyaz, be niyaz means no need. And Esterna, when you reach, I mean, Esterna is the fourth grade or fourth level or fourth step in the level of becoming an Arif. There are, I said to you that Attar says there are 7 cities. From one by one you go, 7 cities of love, and fourth city is Esterna. So when you reach to the grade of Esterna or level of Esterna, you don't care about anybody. You don't fear of anybody because except God. You accept God, you don't care about anybody, and you don't fear of anybody, and you think that all of the human beings are the same and nobody is higher than anybody else. And you really believe that, not just saying. You believe that it is true. All of you are creatures of the God, and nobody could be higher than you. You are the same. All of you are the same. And when you reach to this level, you really believe that and you really do that. Let me explain. Let me say a story about that show how istighna is working. Diogenes, or Diogenes as French they say, as French say, Diogenes was a Greek philosopher, okay, and he's very famous. And I say some stories of him later. And Alexander the Great here, that there is a big philosopher here, great philosopher here. He's living in the street, and he's a very poor man, but he's a great philosopher. And Alexander wanted to meet him, so Alexander went with his soldiers, maybe 100, maybe 50, maybe 200. I don't know how many soldiers, or maybe alone, but I don't think he went alone. He was emperor, he couldn't go alone. Many courtiers. He went and saw, okay, this person is sitting somewhere in the street. He was poor, and he didn't have home or something. And they say his income, he was teaching the people of Athens some philosophy, and they were helping him. Alexander arrived and started greeting, "How are you, sir? What are you doing?" And he said, "I am okay, thank you very much." And Alexander said to him, "I am Alexander the Great. I am the king of the world, or half of the world, and I can do whatever you want. Just ask me something, I will do for you." He said, "Sir, I am okay, I don't need anything, thank you." He said, "No, ask me something. I love philosophers, I like philosophers, and I respect you, and I want to do something for you." He said, "Sir, I am okay, thanks. I don't want." Alexander, for the third time, again, "No, you must ask something from me. I do for you, for sure." When Diogenes saw the insisting of the Alexander, he said, "Okay, sir, I am old, make me young." Alexander, checkmate. What to say? He thought for a second and said, "Sir, I cannot do that. Ask me something else." Here, until here, we have 2 points that shows a sermon. The first, he's a poor man in the street of Athens. I don't know which city, I think it was Athens. And emperor wants to meet him. He doesn't go to the palace of emperor. Emperor must come and meet him. He's poor, but he doesn't care if you are Alexander or whoever. You need to meet me, you must come yourself. It is one point about istighna that shows Diogenes had istighna. The other point is here. He shows to Alexander, you are the same as me. You are not more powerful than I am. You are powerless like me. You asked me to do something for you, but you couldn't. 2 points. It is so difficult. I am speaking as a story, but it's not difficult. You say, and to an emperor, that I don't need anything. It is somehow humbling the emperor or humiliating the emperor or something like that, and show that I don't care who you are. It's so difficult, and just imagine how much you must be careless about money that you do not ask him. I need $10 million. You don't ask him. You say I don't need it. 2 points of the about the istighna we see here. And he said, "Okay, sir, before you were coming, Alexander asked him, please ask me something else. I cannot do that. The first one I cannot make you young. Ask me something else." He said, "Okay, sir, before you were coming, I was enjoying the sun. Now you are standing in front of the sun. Please open the road. I need to enjoy the sun." And he showed to the Alexander, as I said, he doesn't care about that he's Alexander the Great. So when Alexander came back, I have read that he said, "If I was not Alexander, I wanted to be Diogenes." And Diogenes, when he heard that, he said, "Okay, if I was not Diogenes, I would like to be Diogenes again." This man is emperor, He's wishing to be like him, and he's a poor man. He's wishing to be himself, nothing more. And it is a istighna. It shows this philosopher knows his value, his dignity, his identity as a human being, and because of that, he doesn't go other people. We see very clearly in this story of Diogenes and Alexander the Great. I need to say about Alexander. Alexander was the pupil of the Aristotle. Aristotle. He was the pupil of the Aristotle, and he could be a big philosopher, great philosopher or great historian. But Alexander went after dunya. He loved luxury, he loved money, he loved gold, he loved silver, and he loved power, and started to do what he did. And so he didn't, though finally he didn't have any advantage of that. He died he was 31. And just I want to show that he knew the philosophy. When he died, he asked to put his bare hands out of the coffin. And before dying, he asked, of course, when he died, he couldn't ask. And they asked for what? He said, I want people to know that I conquered most of the world. And I have everything, any gold, any silver, whatever. Most of the world, I have conquered most of them. And now I am going with empty hands. I couldn't take anything with myself. He understood that, but I think it was late. It was better for him to do not be a conqueror. Instead of that, if he was a philosopher, it was much better than him. I mean, it is the lesson he understood late, but Diogenes understood it much sooner and became Diogenes, and Alexander became Alexander. The same goes with Napoleon Bonaparte, the French emperor, the emperor of France in 18th century. He could be a big philosopher, but he couldn't. He didn't. He went after become emperor, money, luxury, power. I think Willem Durand says it was much better for Napoleon Bonaparte to sit in one of the attics of the Paris and write philosophy books, but he didn't. Just I want to say, these stories that we see all of the time, they have a lot of lessons for us about istighna, the people that they are going after dunya and the people that they are not going. In this side we have Diogenes, and this side we have Alexander the Great. Just it is with you to think about which one is more successful, who had the better life. It is up to you. I am thinking about that, and I think all of us, we need to think about it. Anyway, but reaching to the level of istighna is not easy. I mean, I cannot start to say, okay, tomorrow morning I I start to behave as a person that I have istighna. It's not possible. It's so difficult. You cannot do that because there are many problems that we must solve before to go to this level. Let me start from death. Death is not one of the grades or levels of 7 cities of love. But when you read the books of the Arabs, like Hafiz, like Attar, like Rumi, and Sadi, and other people, there are many. When you read the book of them, many times you see these people. It is like dunya. They are speaking about mag. Mag means death. All of the time they are giving word. They warn people, be careful that death is close. I mean, they want to say that maybe I die after 5 minutes, maybe 1 minute, maybe 10 minutes. There is no guarantee. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight, maybe after 100. But finally it comes. So it is better to be ready for that before it comes. And I think it's a very useful advice. If we think about death, many people, it is my idea, I don't know, many people that they do wrong things, that they do many wrong things. They think that never die. They think it is so far away. It doesn't come to me. I am young, I am strong. Here there are many good hospitals, good doctors, good surgeons. I pay, and I have a lot of money. I pay them, and nothing happens to me. They know that finally they die, but they think it is so far away, and it doesn't come. It doesn't come to them soon. So because of that, they take it easy and they do whatever they want. What if these people, and also me, If I think that the death is so close, and it comes to me maybe just tonight, maybe after 5 hours, then I don't do many wrong things that I want to do. Because I say, for what? For what I should do, for example, for what I should eat money of the people. I do something, I make money, too much money, but this money is not a good money. The quality of money is so important. I mean, we are going to the other story, but it's necessary. The quality of the money is so important. It's not quantity. Just what you hear that they say this person has $2 billion, $3 billion. Nobody says what is the quality of the money. What is important is quantity all over the world. Just quantity. This person has $15 million. Nobody speaks about the quality of the money. All of the people and me myself, we are speaking about the quantity of money, and it is wrong. Quantity for showing how much is okay, but many people that they have a lot of money, but they have made this money from wrong way. Though maybe it is legal, but it's wrong way. Okay, and that many people, but people, they don't care about the quality. I am not saying I am not. I am speaking about. They don't care about the quality. They care about the quantity. And when they go to quantity, it's not good. So when I see everybody cares about quantity, I go after quantity and I try to make money, regardless what is the quality. Let me say a story about you, about the quality of the money. Maybe about 100 years ago or 80 years ago, I don't know the exact time, but it was old time, 60 years ago, 70 years ago, 100 years ago. We had a kind of underground channel. They call it Qanat, and there is a documentary on BBC. If you want, if you are interested, you can go and watch it about Qanat. And water goes. They go to the, because it is, just imagine, here is mountain, and after mountain desert starts. There are a lot of water in mountain, but there is no water in the desert. So they dig channel under the ground, not over the ground, because they want to prevent evaporating because of sun. So they dig it under the ground, and it goes maybe for 800 kilometers. 800 kilometers, it's about 500 miles. Okay, from this mountain, it goes maybe in the middle of desert somewhere, for the people that they need water. Okay, but this water is not all of the times under the ground. Sometimes it comes out. I really don't know what is the reason, or I have forgotten, but sometimes it comes out. Maybe there is a stone there they cannot dig or something. And it passes sometimes when it is over the ground. It passes from it was passing nearby the cities and villages in the desert. And these people, they needed this water, because there was no water, and it was a nice water, because it was a sweet, fresh water coming from the mountain. It was and cold, very nice to drink. But these people, that this water was passing, the people that they were close to the water, and they can't take the water for free. And nobody was there to ask them why you did that. But never they did that. Before, I am speaking about before. I'm not speaking about now, I am speaking about 100 years ago. Never they touched this water. They said this water is not for us, it goes there. It is for this village or this city or something. Never they touch this water. And if you ask them why you do not touch this very nice water, and you need water or something, it's not for us. It is for them. If we take this water, then our life doesn't have quality. They were caring about quality, not quantity. No, it is water, just take it. No, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Just take it. You know what I'm saying? The quality is so important. Though nobody cares. I forgot. We were speaking about the death. Okay? In other words, if I think about the death, then I care about the quality, not quantity. It is for me. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. This money belongs to me, or I have cheated people to make this money. Though it is legal, but I have done it. Then I don't do these things if I care, if I think about the death. And something else that they do, many Many Arab people, they do that, and you know, they go and they sleep in the real grave for 20. Maybe it seems crazy, but it's a good idea. Just they want to feel how it is. You know, they they want to think about the death all of the time, and I think it's a positive way. I hope you understand. They don't hate of life. They like life. They love life, but the life with quality, not because without with not with quantity. They are thinking about the life with quality, and because of that, they think it is necessary to think about death. Just I hope you understand, and you understand that these people, they don't like death. They are not after death. Just they say it is after that, after. So they are trying to make themselves ready. These people, they like Sadi, you see, they are big lovers, and Hafiz and also Rumi. These people, I mean, they are not people that they don't like or they don't love life, but they want also to think about the death. And you know, one thing that I was doing myself, and it was so good, and I had a very good feeling that I was doing that, and it's a long time that I didn't do that. You know, going to graveyards every week, every 2 weeks, every month. I mean, but just go and watch the tombstones. You see, this person died 20 years ago, this person died 30 years ago, and different names. One of them girl, one of them woman, one of them old man, one young girl. You see many different people, and and just thinking, you know, these people, they came before me or at the same time with me, and now they are died, and they cannot do anything. They don't have any ability to do something. I mean, what I want to say, if they have done something wrong, now they cannot correct that because their time for action, for practice passed. So when I was going there, I was feeling that I'm very lucky, and then I was thinking, for example, if I had a problem with somebody, just for example, for $500, I said, listen, life is like that. Then you have problem about $500 with this person. I'm not saying if you give all of the money, all of your money to other people, but it makes you to think deeper, to view the things deeper. Just don't fight for simple things and things that they are really unimportant in long run. You know, when you think about that, many things because unimportant for you. You are thinking about most important things and not just not going for negligible things. And it's very important. I was doing that, and I had a very good idea, and I was feeling after coming back from the graveyard so good. I am so happy. I am so lucky that I am living and I am healthy. No problem. I am not. It's a very good idea. Sometimes go to the graveyard and watch and stay there for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, as long as you want, and think about the dead and and learning from the stories of the people that they have died. It's a very good idea, and it's a long time that I didn't do myself. Maybe I start. Maybe I try to start. It's a good idea. And something else that Arif, like like Rumi, like Sad, like Hafiz and other people, they say, you know, your time of death is predestined. You cannot change it. Don't try to. I mean, don't try to play with it or something. Though I don't believe myself that it is predestined and it is, and I will die in that day. For example, 10th of April 2015. I will die. I don't believe like that, but it's true for it is sure for everybody that we will die one day. But they have a stories that they think so. Be calm and don't try to escape from death. You know, don't try because it comes finally, and you don't have any option to escape from that. Rumi has a very beautiful story about that I am not reading it, the poem, but he says, you know, in Solomon, you know, the Solomon was one of the biggest prophet of the biggest prophets, and he was also king Solomon. and I think, yeah, his name several times in Bible, many times, Old Testament and New Testament. Yeah, he somebody and Solomon knew the language of birds, the language of the animals, and he had a lot of power. And wind was under his power. He had a carpet. This is famous, the carpet of the Solomon, and you could sit on his carpet. You didn't need anything. You didn't need aeroplane or something. Then he was ordering to the wind to take you from here to other places. He had a lot of power. God gave him a lot of power. He could do many things, and he's a very famous king and prophet in the religious stories and mythology. Anyway, Alexander, one day, not Alexander, forget Solomon. Solomon was sitting in his palace. An Indian came inside, very upset and very panicked, said to the Solomon, please send me to India. He said, for what? He said, there is a man here in the street. He was washing me in a wrong way. I am fearing of this man that he wants to do something wrong with me. Maybe he wants to kill me, or I don't know, something. He's washing me in a wrong way, and I want to go India. I cannot stay here. And the Solomon, I think he was in the Middle East, somewhere in in the Egypt and Israel, somewhere there, I think. And it's a long way from there to the India. If you want to go with camel or something, maybe, I don't know, 6 months, 1 year, I don't know. But this Indian insisted that I want to go India right now. I fear of this person. He's watching me very badly. I don't know what he wants to do with me. And Solomon said, okay, no problem, go. And he sat on the carpet, and Solomon, okay, take him to the India. And he went to the Indian man. And later, the uh, the angel of death, or angel of destroying, I think in Bible they say angel, Angel, angel of destroying, or Samuel. He has several names. The angel of death has several names. According to religious stories, God has four great great angels: Michael, Israfil, Jebrail, and this one, which is angel of death. Yeah, he came to the Solomon again, and Solomon said, this Indian today said that you were watching him very carefully, and what was the problem? What was your problem with this Indian? He said, no, sir, I was not watching him angrily or something, or wrong way. Just I was surprising that in my booklet, I mean the order that I have from God, it was written that today he must die and he must be in India. Then I go to India and kill him and finish the job, and he must be dead today. For example, 10:30 in India, and he was here. And I was wondering how he wants to go to India. I mean, and there was no airplane in that time. And even with airplane, it takes a long time to go there. Then Solomon said, yes, I sent him. And when I went to I said, okay, I said with myself that it is the order of God. I go there. If he's not there, I say to God, God, India was not here. But I went to the India, and he was there. He was ready. So I finished the job and I came back to you again. Solomon said, yes, I sent him, because he came to me and said that you were watching him in a wrong way, and he asked me to send him to India, and I sent him there. I mean, Rumi wants to say with this story that you cannot escape from death anyway. When it is time, it comes to you. So be ready for that, and don't do wrong things, and be a good person. It is one of the stories of the Rumi. I think today is enough. We couldn't finish. Just I spoke about the death and a Serna, and little by little I try to finish. But you see, the story becomes bigger and bigger, so it is not so it is not possible to finish it soon. But I try to finish it soon, and have a wonderful day. Talk to you later.